So you want your company to be an industry leader. Build your brand, increase the funnel, build equity, and you heard that content marketing can help. Well, the short answer is yes, but there's more to it than that. Stick around and I'll tell you what you need to get started. This is a channel that provides marketing ideas and best practices. If you like this video, view more on my YouTube channel and hit the like button. A simple Google search provides all kinds of explanations of content marketing. Here's one from the dictionary. It's marketing that involves the creation and sharing of online material that does not explicitly promote a brand, but is intended to stimulate interest in your stuff. Okay, well, I'm not sure why they limit content to online material. Also, I get that you must provide value to the audience, but even if subtle, you are promoting a brand. Why else would you do it? And content marketing will stimulate interest in your products, but it's not advertising. So it's not always a direct correlation. So in the world according to Andrew, there are 3 main reasons to engage in content marketing. First is to increase the size of your marketable database. The larger the top of your funnel, the more people that enter the funnel. Creating content helps people find you. It builds audiences within your target market. While you do not create content about your products, which we'll get to in a moment, building your audience is not about your products. It's about engaging people, providing value, and building trust. When your content provides value, fresh perspectives, and ideas to your audience, they'll follow you. Then, once they identify with the problem your solution solves, they're likely to contact you. So, considering trust, this leads to number 2. Content marketing builds your brand. As people follow your content, they begin to trust you and the knowledge you provide. I've spoken in prior videos that whatever your brand strategy is, it is about trust. And your brand should be delivering on a promise at each customer touchpoint. In totality, these touchpoints, when consistent, build your brand. And by delivering on this promise through all of your communications, interactions, and through your operation, you build trust. So your content, when providing value people rely on, builds trust and therefore fulfills your brand promise. Third, content can help improve and support the sales process. You need to be found where your consumers or customers are looking for information, especially if they are looking to solve a problem. This relates to the first point as you develop your audience, but now we are more focused. In building your audience, much of your content is centered around thought leadership. As people enter the sales process, content must become more targeted. That means offering specific content pieces dependent upon what stage of the buying process your prospect is in. Typically, towards the top of the funnel, we are addressing specific problems that the consumer may be experiencing. When they enter the sales process, we can deliver content specific to product interest and buying stage. This is important because when a buyer is near the top of the funnel, say, they're exploring information, they may not be ready for the buy now button. Conversely, if a buyer has scheduled a demo with a sales rep, understands the problem already, offering information about that problem or the problem you solve may not be appropriate. Really, the goal here is to provide information at each stage of the buying process that helps helps move the decision forward. This could include pricing comparisons, spec sheets, product webinars, or information about evaluating the product category. We're at the halfway point here, so please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This helps YouTube prioritize the video for more viewers. So, here are a few tips to help you get started. First, there are many forms of content. People like to receive information in different ways. Think long white paper, video, infographic. There are many different ways to present the information, and it is important to first determine how your target customers consume information. Next, you'll want to get as much mileage out of your content as possible. If you create, say, a white paper, why not repurpose that as a blog or perhaps a webinar, a series of social media posts? There's nothing wrong with repeating the same information throughout different channels. Buffer provides social media management tools. You can see that they produce a few different blogs focused on different interests. As you scroll down, there is a subscribe call to action. The newsletter then will contain stories posted on their blog, sent directly to your inbox. Further down, we see they have a podcast. Some of the topics here crossing over with the content they created for their blog. If you check out their Instagram page, again, promotions of the content, but in slightly different ways. When you're taking this approach, it's important to organize your content schedule. You can use a spreadsheet or more of a content calendar-like solution. Co-schedules is an example. But you need to be able to schedule your topics and publication dates in one location. Okay. Number 2, it's important to understand that content marketing takes time. It is not a short-term initiative. It takes investment in time and resources. You should not expect results right away. As an example, a couple years ago, we developed a blog targeting the trucking industry. It's called Eyes on the Road. And over the first year, and I'd say 24 episodes, it was growing listeners, but still not very many. As we turned the corner into year 2, it started to build traction, and now we're into year 3, and it is one of the most popular podcasts in the trucking industry. The fact is, getting attention is extremely difficult, and it's competitive. There are many blogs, white papers, YouTube videos, podcasts out there competing for your audience's time. My only advice is to stick with it. You may not see results at first, but as you develop a strong library of content, you'll improve in search rankings and then followers will grow. My third tip is to start with a strategy. This means understanding your audience. In this case, your customers and their buying process. You should develop buyer personas for each of those buyers and customers. Identify the problems your solution solves, in addition to other problems your customers grapple with on a daily basis. You need to demonstrate an expertise in your area and industry. So you want to enlist content creators that have this expertise, or have subject matter experts that can provide this expertise to your content creators. I've had good luck working with industry people that were previously working in our industry as writers and editors. One example is the Home Depot. So the Home Depot created a YouTube channel hosted by Mike Montgomery. Mike's a full-time content creator with a channel called Modern Builds. So Home Depot enlisted Mike's help for their own videos focused on home repair. The last tip I'll mention is that you need to measure your content investments. At the top level, you should measure total reach or interactions through measurements including number of views, number of downloads, and form fills completed. Most new leads enter the system after a form fill is completed, so you want to measure the number of new contact records then created into your system. Now, these aren't necessarily leads at this point, but you want to know how your content efforts increase the size of your marketable database. As you get more sophisticated, you can also measure how your content assists during different stages of the sales process by looking at downloads at each of these various sales stages. As you As you look and consider this data, the quantification is important, but it also tells you which topics and types of content perform well, so you can then spend time on topics of interest to your audience. Okay, that's it for today. If you liked this video, please click the like button, and if you have any comments, you can leave them below, whether you're watching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, or another platform. Oh, and check out my other videos at the Marketing Muscle website.